I think I'm close at the end here, but I want to show this particular project because I think this is really, really cool. So I hosted a conference in Ottawa in June, and these guys came to the conference, and this is the project this is what they're building. You can see some of what they're doing here. And so what this is these are two research stations. This is the American Research Station, which is fairly large. I don't know what the actual size of it was, but when they described it, they said the largest building in the American Research Station could fit the entire New Zealand Research Station inside of it. And so what that means is that you've got very asymmetric loads. And so for any of the engineers out there, you've got a very large load here, you've got a very small load here. They're 3 kilometers apart from one another. What's interesting about this particular project is that the American station runs at 60 hertz, whereas the New Zealand station runs at 50 hertz. So you've got a system which asymmetric loads, separated by a long distance, running on 2 different frequencies. So for any of the engineers out there, Randall, you can back me up, this is a complicated problem. What they're doing is they're connecting them by 3 wind turbines, and they're going to generate 60% of their power from those 3 wind turbines. That's about as difficult a problem as you could possibly imagine in terms from an engineering point of view, and they're building this project. This isn't like a theoretical project, this isn't a study. This project is being built right now. It's Antarctic spring right now, and so they're starting to build this project as we speak. Oh yeah, this is in Antarctica. I forgot to mention that. So this project was probably as difficult as you can imagine, but it's being built in Antarctica. So we're talking about minus 50, minus 60 degrees. Technology is not the problem anymore. We can do this now. Really what's getting in the way is policy getting in the way. And I think this, and that's why, I know this is sort of an abstract example or sort of a, I mean, we're not building Antarctic projects here, but I hope what you take from this is that we really can do this now. This is something that is very possible now. And I think that was, for me, this was one of the most exciting projects I've seen in my life. And in fact, the other thing to mention is this is the second one they've built. They've already got one that's been operating since 2003. And so I'm going to leave with a quote from John Wellinghoff, and probably no one knows who John Wellinghoff is, but he is the chairman of the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. His job is to basically regulate energy in the United States. And so his job is to make sure that lights stay on, to make sure that states pay the right tariffs when electricity crosses state lines, when natural gas crosses state lines. Regulators, by their nature, are very conservative people. Their job is to maintain, to basically apply the rules. They're not advocates. They're not out to promote a particular technology. In April, John Wellinghoff, the head, as I said, probably the head energy dog in the United States, said, "We may not need any nuclear plants or coal plants ever again in the United States." Basically saying that renewable energy has advanced to the point that we can rely on it now, that we don't need to be looking at coal, we don't need to be looking at nuclear ever again in the United States. And the United States is about 50% of its electricity comes from coal right now, so close to what Alberta does. So don't take it from me, take it from John Wellinghoff, the chair of the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission in the United States. So I'll sum up with a quote from Wayne Gretzky, because I'm here in Edmonton, who was asked, people asked him why he was such a good hockey player, his reply was, "Because I skate to where the puck is going and not to where the puck has been." And I hope you see where the puck is going. But really, this doesn't happen by half measures, and there's no time for half measures, no time for tinkering around the edges, and we really don't have time to lose. The renewable energy revolution has begun, and I hope Alberta will be a part of it. I'm happy to take your questions.